it literally means nostrils. Actually, it means flared nostrils. Deferreth his flared nostrils. The idea is an immediate reaction kind of anger. So, is there anything? See, what is there something that people say that could make you mad? You don't know? Nothing makes you mad, huh? How about you, Mr. Roach? Is there something that people say that makes you mad? What if I said Mr. Roach was a sissy? That would be. He laughed at me. That wouldn't work. He'd say, "Let me show you," and I'd beat you to the ground. No.
If they steal my tools on the job.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I've seen you after they stole your tools. In fact, I think they stole your stuff right up front here. So yeah, it gets him upset, right? So they steal his tools, and you see him, and he goes out and he looks in the side of his truck, and all of his cords are missing, power cords are missing, and I'm like, had to be Gary Byers, by the way, just so you know. But all the power cords are missing, and you feel like this. Okay, flared nostrils. That's the kind of anger it's talking about. It's talking about that pushed your button anger, that you react kind of anger. It says when you have a plan, it defers or prevents you from reacting out of anger. You ever said something stupid when you were mad and realized how stupid it was? It sounded like a chicken back there, didn't it? He was laughing. And realized later how stupid it was, right? Now, by the way, well, I won't go into that, but here's what it's saying. That if you have a plan for what to do when you feel that anger, it says this. It says, let's read the verse again. It says, the discretion of a man deferreth his anger. It is his glory to pass over a transgression. The word transgression is a very interesting word too. And usually I would have got this verse wrong if I didn't look up what these words meant, actually, because the word transgression is a rebellion. It's a glory of a man to pass over a rebellion. Do you know that if you're an angry person, the Bible says you're like an unwalled city? And I can get you to do something stupid. I can get control over you. An unwalled city is at any time the enemy can just swoop in when you're sleeping or when you're not expecting it, and they can just take all your goods and they can get you. And when you're angry, the Bible says, you're like an unwalled city when you don't have control over your anger. And so it says this. It says, but it says if you want to have control over your anger, it says the plan of a man defers his immediate flaring nostrils anger. And it is his glory to pass over a rebellion. You can't get fooled or taken advantage of so easily. You know what I found out? Unfortunately, as a pastor, I've helped a lot of couples into marriage and walked with some couples through divorce. I don't want that. God's against it. But when it happens, we want to be there and help you as much as we can. There is life after divorce, and we want to help you. And I did not know this, and I hate to promote this. I hope I'm not promoting it to anybody. There's a book out there called Divorce for Dummies. And it teaches you how to take advantage of your spouse. And you know you're going to get a divorce, and you read this thing, and you'll actually know how to get... One of the things it teaches you is that if you get them angry and get them to do something stupid like slap you or hit you or something like that, then you win everything. Well, you lose, but that's the idea behind it. It actually teaches you that. I was helping someone who, and they found that book, and they found out what their spouse was doing. It was a very horrible situation. They were trying to get them angry, and the idea is if I could get you angry, you'll do something you wouldn't normally do. If I can poke you, if I can get your nostrils flaring, if I can get you that immediate anger, if I can catch you on tape flipping out, or if I can get you to do something like slap or hit me. I actually met a person. I know the person, actually. I don't know them, but I've met them and talked to them. How's that? And this was the third time they did it. I found out from people involved that when they saw someone who had, I shouldn't even say this. I'm teaching you how to be a con person. I don't want to teach you how to be a con man. They would find someone who had an anger issue, and they were single, and they would court them and marry them, and then they would actually provoke them to hit them. And once they hit them, immediately they would get a restraining order and they get kicked out of the house, and they had this whole thing that they went through, and they got their checks get garnished. There's a whole thing, and I don't want to teach anybody how to do all that, so I don't want to go into it. But the whole premise, the reason this person got away with it, is because they could find that button that got you